Hello dear students, hope you're all fine. Students, this video is for all those who have already read the lesson A Letter to God from the book First Flight, the story of Lencho, a farmer. And now, after reading the story, let's take the opportunity to enhance our vocabulary. Faith can move mountains. Students, you might have read this phrase before you would have begun the chapter A Letter to God. Let us now learn two new phrases related to the word faith. Keep the faith. Keep the faith means to be optimistic about something or somebody, to continue believing in something or somebody. For example, some of my students are not responding, but still I keep the faith in them. I have to trust that they are studying. They are doing something. So that is keep the faith. Now the next phrase is leap of faith. Leap of faith is generally used with the verb take. Take a leap of faith. Leap of faith means when we are taking a chance, when we do not know the outcomes, the results of something, but still we take a chance. For example, by voting for him, we took a leap of faith. For example, a boy wants to shift his job but is reluctant. Still he shifts. So we can say the boy took a leap of faith by switching his job. So these were the two new phrases. I hope you understood them and you will continue using them in your own language. Now after this, we will learn a literary technique. Literary techniques, students, you all know that they are the structures, the words which are used by the writers and the poets generally. They use to make their writing more effective and of course to make their writing appreciable. So today we will learn about irony. The literal meaning of the word the irony is some sarcastic remark, something which is sarcastic. Let us now go deeper into irony. So the irony is of three kinds. First is the verbal irony, next is the situational irony, and the last one is dramatic irony. I'll repeat: the verbal, the situational, and the dramatic irony. Let us now understand these separately. So, first is the verbal irony. The verbal irony is some witty remark, just like we read irony in general. What is verbal irony? When a person says something but means something else or means the opposite. So it is says something but means the opposite. It is always in a sarcastic tone while speaking. Sarcastic in meaning. For example, you have a very bad day and I ask you, how was your day? And you reply, yes, it was fantastic. Actually, you didn't have a fantastic day. But you are saying that. So that is a verbal irony. We use verbal irony in our everyday life also. And many of us use verbal irony, don't we? Now, the next is the situational irony. The situational irony is when the events come out to be as they were not at all expected. The situational irony is when the events are unexpected. They are not as they are expected to be. For example, suppose you have some problem at home or there is a robbery at your home and you run to the police station to file a complaint. But there you get to know that the police station itself has been robbed. So what is this? This is the situational irony. Or one more example. A teacher fails a test. A teacher who teaches is supposed to pass a test. She teaches others, but the teacher fails the test. So the teacher is expected to pass, but the outcome is opposite. So it is situational irony. Events turn out to be as they are not expected. Now the last one is the dramatic irony. So as you can guess from the word itself, it's used in drama, play, movies, serials, whatever you watch. So what is dramatic irony? It is when the audience knows something which a character does not. Audience knows something, but the character does not know about it. Or maybe one character knows about it, but others do not know about it. And for this, the example, when you might be watching movies or television on that various shows and movies which are of suspense, which are thriller, or even in comedy, sometimes the situation occurs when one person knows something and the other does not. And sometimes the audience knows something but the characters do not know about it. So that is dramatic irony. So I hope now 3 kinds of irony are clear to you. Let us now see whether it is clear to you or not. For that I will give you some examples. Now I'll show you 3 pictures here. Let me show you. I'll show you these pictures one by one. And I'll explain you what is there in these. But you have to guess which irony is used here. So this is my first picture. The killer is up there. Don't go upstairs. So she's not saying it. Somebody else is saying it. Okay. And now my next picture is. So can you guess what is happening here? A wedding. And the king's spy runs in to stop the wedding before the princess marries the peasant, pretending to be a prince. He says, "Stop, this man is posing as the prince. He is an impostor." Now my next picture is this. Can you see the room and the person lying? Here is a girl. She may be his wife and she says, "Honey, your room is absolutely beautiful. I have never been prouder of you than right now." Can you see the room? Okay. Now you have seen all the pictures. I want you all to guess which kind of irony was used in the pictures and hope you will easily get the answers. And now the last. Well, this picture is so appropriate in the context of the present time situation owing to COVID-19. And you must have understood the verbal irony, I believe. And that's the end. Thank you.